So many of you might not know this, but in my teens and my early 20s, I used to be very, very addicted to benzodiazepines. Hello, my name is Thomas Gant. Video on how cheaply it's possible to manufacture unregistered firearms. New flavor of weird photography just dropped. Hi, let me introduce you to our newest innovation, the Vision Deleter Junior. Here's how to overclock your coffee maker so that it heats up quicker. I present my potentially worst invention yet. As you may have been able to guess from the title, it deals with very dark subject matter.
If you've been watching videos online at all for the last 2 years, particularly on TikTok or in the Shorts algorithm, you've probably seen this guy, Flesh Simulator. His body of work ranges from neato, mad scientist engineering feats, which are probably what you saw scrolling TikTok in bed, to YouTube videos on old government conspiracies and new government conspiracies, basically a lot of global Illuminati pedo conspiracy stuff.
Famous JC's alumni include Bill Clinton, Richard Nixon, Ronald Reagan, Edmund Kemper, and Bill Gates. Which one of those things is not like the other, right? Richard Nixon?
I like this content. As 2025 wore on, however, a few cracks started showing in what otherwise seemed to be a fairly solid creator. He released a video about quitting benzos by purchasing research chemicals off the internet, playing drums a lot, and doing the Wim Hof method, which, yeah, okay, but kind of oversharing a bit.
In order of how much of each I did, big to little, I would say alprazolam, aka Xanax #1, followed by flubromazolam, a research chemical that is the fucking devil due to its sub-milligram dose potency and its exceptionally long 72-hour half-life. Etizolam, a research thienopenazepine that is, for all intents and purposes, a benzo. Lorazepam, aka Ativan, clonazepam, aka Klonopin, diazepam, aka Valium, and then nifoxapam, another research benzo.
That video specifically is more informative than terrible, but exists in the middle of essentially a slump in Flesh Simulator's overall quality of content. Not everything he ever made was for me, but generally I found it mostly watchable, and entries like serial killing for fun and profit are well executed and entertaining. Around this time, videos like that dry up completely, however, and we get a few neat shit I own vids and a lot of schlubby former junkie holds court from an easy chair.
2 iPhone SEs, I mentioned a Flipper Zero, I think, a Kershaw Livewire Oldham pocket knife, and a Glock 19X with a Olight O-Sight SE.
The real beginning of the end, in my opinion, is Flesh Simulator's video on the Las Vegas shooting. It's not great. I don't really care about debunking it or anything like that because I don't have a horse in that race. The video is just unconvincing and uninteresting.
So in second place, we have this segment right here where they go into the bedroom and look at this censored spot on the bed.
If you've ever known, well, for instance, a benzo addict who gets going about some shit they're really concerned about and you're stuck waiting them out for like an hour, that's the video. And it's only 10 minutes long. It's also the video that reveals Flesh Simulator is part of the extended Sam Hyde universe, and the only way to get the rest of the story is through Sam Hyde's video hosting platform. I haven't even seen a Nebula pitch from a breadtuber that was that unbelievably naked before, but whatever. This absolutely blew up Flesh Simulator's entire brand, and for the last 4 months he's been getting increasingly more erratic. It's kind of depressing to watch. And look, I'm not usually one to sit in judgment of Twitter behavior. In my personal opinion, it's a harassment and shit-talking website, and any other purpose past that is a happy accident. But Flesh Simulator's behavior spiraled into god-tier lolcow content, essentially off-rip. He's got the gene. It started coming to my attention when people were sharing his extremely oddly worded comments about trans issues, and it's not a question of him being supportive. He just sounds gender confused, and when people pointed that out, he got ass mad. And when people found out you can get Flesh Simulator ass mad, all hell broke loose. The only way to describe it is he went full Reddit mod Wojak, giving speeches, threatening people, and none of it, not a single bit of it, is remotely for the lulz. He is dead fucking serious. And of course, this has led to his entire family and him being doxxed, which, if eventually happens to everybody who gets big on the internet, of course. Like, we're all fake e-begging YouTube celebrities and people prying into your personal life to try to scare you as part of the course. Don't get famous if you don't want people to know who you are. Flesh Simulator has handled this swimmingly, getting into a piss fight with some e-communists that ends with the both of them getting doxxed, and the startling revelation that Flesh Simulator's dad is a literal Fed, and he's a little army brat Fed baby. What occurs during and around this is a series of copy-pasta-grade threats on Flesh Simulator's part that would make your average person auto-despawn before they ever wrote any of this shit. I cannot stress enough how much you do not want this. You think you want this purely because you think your OPSEC is good. Do you know what vocabulary weighting is? Have you ever posted an image on multiple accounts? Do you know how social nodes get mapped? Do you use the same password multiple places? Do you talk about local politics? Have you been pwned? Do you have any other accounts logged in right now? Does Twitter have your credit card? Have you gotten a payout? Have you reused your profile picture? Have you given any apps access to X? He also repeatedly made these appeals to his own victory in the situation and gives these, like, merciful God speeches. It's insane. He tells the e-commie guy he's slap fighting with to call him the N-word, but like with a hard R. Flesh Simulator types out the hard R N-word a lot these days. He seems to love it. His excuse being he has black friends and he's mixed some records for black people before, and one time he got jumped by some black teenagers, and so now he's got to use the slur as a fear response. It's cringe. It's all cringe.
Depressingness with the world, I fully expected it to quietly end there.
Around 6 p.m., March 14th, 2026, Tom dropped a video called the Isat Nuke, which he'd been hinting at in random tweets all day. Isat, a word I've never heard before that moment, is basically a Muslim version of clout, and this video was going to nuke that clout.
Hello, my name is Thomas Gant. To begin in media res, I was thrust into a position of either getting to show mercy against someone being irritating or vaporizing him instantly. I, of course, chose mercy. The problem, however, arose upon the display of a personality trait that will be of great relevance to the latter half of this video. The trait in question is mistaking mercy for weakness. And you know what you did? You immediately went on the offensive. You started posting my full legal name, whatever, that's out there. You started posting pictures of my family members that you pulled off of their Facebook pages. That's an issue. You threatened to send them a love letter. Let me quote Blue Velvet back at you, Noah. You're fucked forever.
The cloud in question, though, the Isat, was not that of the e-commies that old Tommy boy had been fighting with, though, but that of Hassan Piker, who had literally not been involved in this pissing match at all to this point. So no idea why he got brought up.
The only way to destroy you was to get you to damage the only thing that you cared about. I told you I was going to old boy you, Noah. No tears. I have built a monument to your failures. It is the website in the description of this video.
I'm not exaggerating or trying to be offensive when I say the only possible way to describe this video is that it is unbelievably lame and kind of gay. It's theater kid nonsense, like if Philosophy Tube is a ContraPoints ripoff, this performance is an understudy to an understudy for Philosophy Tube. The video starts off with Tommy covered in fake blood, which theatrically makes me think only of Carrie, because in Carrie, the pig's blood is a direct allusion to menstruation and becoming a woman and the fear and confusion of becoming a woman. The aftermath of this act of humiliation against this unattractive and cruelly bullied young woman is a literal bloodbath using magic mind powers.
You can't see the inside of a bug. Unless it's in a crystal.
Tommy uses his video to reveal that his torturer has a large forehead. And maybe, this is literal unconfirmed reports, but maybe he had a letterboxed account with a weird monkey bondage picture on it, and he also green screened himself into the e-commie's childhood bedroom, which comes off a little rapey and very gay.
I have had everything on you this entire time. Let me put it this way. You know your old high school Twitter account, right? The one that you changed the name of the other night and then now deleted. That's the one that uses your Otter42 email. Oh yeah. I'm green screened into your childhood home right now. That's why it looks familiar. You picked a fight with me that I repeatedly warned you that you were not going to be able to win.
Very, very gay child molester energy. Like, look, little boy, you can't keep the big bloody man portraying literal bloody hysterics on YouTube out of your childhood room. The big bloody man was always in there with you the whole time. This isn't looking too deeply into the video either. That's the whole point of the video. It basically ends there as far as doxing and vengeance against the e-commie go. Tommy special ordered and then slathered himself in fake blood to neg another man, accuse him of an odd sexual interest, and then Photoshop himself into that young man's childhood bedroom.
I made the mistake of giving you a half-measured response. I showed you mercy. You bet me that I couldn't figure out who you were repeatedly, and I refused. You went around telling people, "See, look, he can't actually do it, guys. Like, he doesn't know how to."
Following this, Tommy reveals his master stroke. It's the title drop. The doomsday switch is flipped, and this cruel circus draws its lights to the main stage. And it's just a website about Hassan Piker, which documents new visitors to the website. That's it. Like, oh, you're here now, number goes up, and I, Tommy Gant, win the internet. I'm not kidding you.
Allow me to explain the premise. It's just a simple click-through counter. If this video made you like Hassan and his orbiters and this general community less than you did before, click the link. It will subtract one Isat from Hassan Piker, and it will let everyone know who did it. As this number increases, you get to see in real time the number of people that you have turned away from your own movement.
I rewound that part of the video like 3 times and then just stared at it, dumbfounded. Because I've never seen something so pathetic broadcast with such confidence in my life. It was shocking. I was shocked. The rest of the video is just cope, and then a big random torrent of bigoted nonsense Tommy believes and feels persecuted for believing.
If I must get explicit with it, you know, the sexual abuse rates of children by homosexual men. Anything regarding race and IQ. Asking why so frequently gay couples only adopt boys. The fact that in the city of Washington, D.C., 97% of homicides are committed by black people. Questioning the motives of the trans community, love bombing 14-year-old autists and trying to get them on HRT as soon as possible to make them hot. The widespread Somali fraud, crime rates of African immigrants, Muslim refugee rape rates, UK rape gangs, affirmative action and DEI hiring practices leading to incompetent. The fact that the Two-Spirit identity was created in 1990 by a homosexual white pedophile, not an indigenous American. You get the point.
I don't care to argue or debunk any of it for the purposes of this video. That's an absolute waste of my time, as no one on earth is going to watch the saddest theater kid of all time do Reddit mod speeches in Carrie cosplay and then take up those political beliefs. I don't know how to end this video because the situation itself clearly isn't over yet, and I think, let's just say some great things lay ahead for Tommy Gant, the Flesh Simulator. So until next time, as always, stay safe out there. See you next time.
I cannot stress enough to you how much you do not want this. You think you want this purely because you think your OPSEC is good. Do you know what vocabulary weighing is? Have you ever posted an image on multiple accounts? Do you know how social notes get mapped? Do you use the same password in multiple places? Do you talk about local politics? Have you been pwned? Do you have any other accounts logged in right now? Does Twitter have your credit card? Have you gotten a payout? Have you reused your PFP? Have you given any...
I've been pushing, grinding, smoking, freebase on it, deface on it, grinding, bag it, rolling tokens, see got in it, fucking with it, hide it, ride it, sniff it, snort it, get ported, stay distorted, find it, time it, cut it, line it, be got with it, fucking with it, pop it, push it, grind it, smoke it, freebase on it, deface on it, grind it, bag it, rolling tokens, see got in it, fucking with it, hide it, ride it, sniff it, snort it, get ported, stay distorted, find it, time it, cut it, line it, be got with it, fucking with 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 with it,
Continue going after someone the second they tap out. I'm not a mod. monster. And I'm not someone who power trips. Forever. I'm just frequently significantly more powerful, lol. And I've been able to put up a Floyd Mayweather scorecard of being able to, when necessary, force someone to back down.
Tommy's on drugs, Tommy's on drugs, bugging out in the alley, daddy's working setting bugs. Tommy's on drugs, Tommy's on drugs, Sandy bars and gasoline, pay him and he'll give a fuck. Tommy's on drugs, Tommy's on drugs, emo till he get the nuts, suck a dick, pull a rug. Tommy's on drugs, Tommy's on drugs, paperclip, re-adoption, pull my he only hugs.
Attention simulators. Effective immediately, we are now completely forgetting about Eigenkirkbot /Mouse landlord, unless for some reason he returns. That means no posting pics of him, his name, his family, nothing. This can hopefully be put to rest.
I'll be pushing, grinding, smoking, freebase on it, deep-face on it, grinding, bagging, rolling, token, see got it, fucking with it, hide it, ride it, sniff it, snort it, get bored, stay extorted, find it, time it, cut it, line it, be got with it, fucking with it, pop it, push it, grind it, smoking, freebase on it, deep-face on it, grinding, bagging, rolling, token, see got it, fucking with it, hide it, ride it, sniff it, snort it, get reported, stay distorted, find it, time it, cut it, line it, be got with it, fucking with 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 with it.